Neia Valecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nullis amanda kill angadur, femo.
Herenon nun lia findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin. Morivin kemen tur Alecano. Menelum hiroth mor carilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa? Et aler, lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanalin hyror soron. Casinque telpi nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arteher firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arborheart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand. Salma
Morfanenwen Alcawa.
Findamun.
Yarmen ran soron.
'Tis most exhilarating to hand over such to some.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. We take stock of our surroundings.
Look, Arisen, a ballista.
Ha ha!
It is a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as to her. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
'Tis as you say. I cannot say. Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
What force impels it? I must know. I sense no hostility from it. Let us see what it aims to achieve ere we act against it.
You see, Arisen? We have naught to fear from any overgrown lizard.
What did you do? How is this possible? Paul? We have great...
My talents lie in combining materials and...
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
You see, Arisen? We haven't...
This isn't a...
This was your doing, was it not? I'll not pretend to understand, but you have my gratitude all the same. 'Twas enough to give me hope of snatching this world from the jaws of ruin.
Truly, the strength of the mortal will ne'er ceases to amaze.
You seem distracted. Is aught amiss?
Perhaps you believe destruction to be my goal, that I seek to bring an end to this ill-begotten world. However, no truth. In this world, I exist only to observe, to read all that unfolds.
The Risen? Could it be that the world forged addresses you even now?
Well, well. 'Twould seem that this man is aware of my presence, if only in part.
I confess I know not what you are, nor do I care. Be you a transcendent being of a piece with the divine, or only an observer keeping watch on us from afar. Know this. You have no right to deem this world a mistake.
He bears a will strong and true. Had he but chosen a different path, he would have made a fine Arisen. Yet, there is no sense lamenting what might have been, for that title has lost all meaning. After all, what need is there for Arisen in a world coming apart at the seams?
You underestimate mortal kind at your peril. Mark my words. The day will come when I divine the truth of this world. And on that day, I shall free it from its yoke, from the burden of this loathsome dogma of dragons!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
Something like a wall of light impedes our progress. It is most...
Many paths are closed to us now on account of the dragon descent
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
Might be more than I can endure. You looking for a fight?
Yeah, asking for
Think
it.
you stand a chance? Not on your life.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
I ill like our prospects. Come on,
Principles are the world is in an unfathomable state.
You looking for a fight?
There's no hope left, is there?
Warped. It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
I must be grateful.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Principle. Why do you falter? Come this way.
Nice of you to say so.
I like it.
Enough carrying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
down only those we must proceed.
I ill like our prospects.
Hurting yet?
I'm grateful to you, Arisen.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. Beast-foul powers are twice as terrible in the flesh.
I'll turn you into a pincushion! There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
I ill like our prospects.
Dust on the wind. There it is. The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
I like that.
What a singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like to capture it and bring it back to the lab. There is much that might be learned from it. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth of this world, and on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all. Does my lifelong work
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind,
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas. The people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master.
You've pushed your luck too far. That's quite an... Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of...
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
Steel yourself!
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Don't let them get the better of you!
Show them what for!
You dare violate the sanctity of our duel?
Shit. This
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades, but I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Can't put a price on.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. I thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, 'Twould seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends rape.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for resistance is long past.
That's not happening.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
I'll crush you.
I'll gut you and feed you your entrails.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
You'll answer for this.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Sleep.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell. Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
Huzzah! You done it!
All that remains is for you to fulfill your final duty, to witness this world's end with your own eyes.
Sleep.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
arrived well enough. Where to next?
This looks as good a place. As any.
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery.
Ox carts aren't operating.
Seems we've enemies in our midst.
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
You should be.
Oh, that was a sight to behold.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
I like that. Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Lay down your arms before you hurt yourself.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Listen, you are full of surprises. I look forward to forming my own master if that's what you do.
Surely!
I shall see to it this does not happen again. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Did you fall in a puddle? You're positively soaked.
Adventuring is toilsome as 'tis, and yet you do it with a laden hat. I cannot but admire your strength. While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way. You'll not live to regret this!
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
A resounding success.
Let me be the one to collect it. This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
A firm push is what's needed here.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery. Aho! A ballista!
'Tis a glad thing we happened upon this. Unleashing it during combat ought to fluster our foes.
First assess the field, then...
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
I knew it to be so.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind. But you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Ser Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
There's no great shock to me.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
And here we are. In the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. There is aught I would ask of you. That is...
The sea was once here, and the brine with it.
Some hold that it soared up into the very sky.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Well, here we are.
Since times of eld, remember, draconic... Blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. And I shall... harness it to you. Then I bid ye farewell.
Shopping is such fun.
We mustn't overspend.
That's just what I was thinking.
Since time... Remember. Draconic blood flows through the...
Then I bid ye farewell.
The elves associate little with the world outside their wood. Perhaps therein lies the origin of their noble nature.
Kasinke telpi nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenambo e yavstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen an artelpe minasvana.
Duintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume an lis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil, ne meltol linkan aldakar an fir nun fiamur. Morivin palan vanis tiel?
Palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod eteller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falesmir magananon, anamorli.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
You found strength courses through you. It's good to see.
Arma. Salma Arenfer. Alecano Nanda.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
Elelot osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Sinde fir areng.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
After you, Arisen.
Now here's aught of interest. A ballista.
'Tis a glad thing we happened upon this. Unleashing it during combat to fluster our foes.
Oh, very well. Back to your side. Another enemy force has come to assist. We ought to have finished off the first thing sooner.
Weren't expecting mercy. Brilliant like that.
is it not? We need only hop on, and we'll be transported somewhere new.
Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been trained. I'm well glad to be.
It seems fate has seen fit to reunite. What marvelous ill-fort. This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is...
Extraordinary, is it not? We need only hop on, and we'll be transported somewhere new.
This seems useful. 'Twould be a shame not to employ it to our advantage.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit. Let's all that vim go to waste.
Oh, a ballista!
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our dead.